Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Linda Kamara, and this is my first official YouTube video on this channel. So we're talking. This channel is all about crime stories that happen all over the world, and today we are going to talk about a crime that happened in Hong Kong in 1999. So it's a story about the Hello Kitty murder that happened in Hong Kong. So this particular story is about a girl. Her name is Faman Yi. So this girl, her growing up was very tough. She grew up in an orphanage home. She doesn't have anyone on her. She doesn't have a mother and a father. So she was very poor. So when she got to her teenage years, she became a sex worker. So in 1999, he got a job in a brothel where she doubles as a hostess and also a sex worker. So this crime story happened to her in March of 1999. So she met a gang leader named Chaman Luke. So Chaman Luke is a character, is a person that is a gang leader. So he abuses drugs, he does different violence, he's a very violent man. So my family, without knowing or maybe knowing, she did her work with him, and during the thing that they were doing, she stole from Shaman Luke. That was the mistake that she made. She stole from him. She stole the sum of 4,000 Hong Kong dollars. So when Shaman Luke discovered that his money was missing, Famai confessed to him and pleaded with him to please forgive her, that she's the one that stole the money, that she should take back his money. But Shaman Luke, being the kind of person he is, refused to take that money from her. She said for him to forgive her, that she will have to pay him 10,000 Hong Kong dollars, which at that time was 1,200 US dollars. And Famai, being a poor girl, doesn't have that kind of money with her. So she pleaded with him, begged him that she doesn't have this kind of money, please, he should forgive her. But he refused. He refused, and then he connived with his friends, three of them. One is a 14-year-old girl, and two were men. One is 21 years old, and the other one was 27 years old. But the four of them connived to kidnap this girl, and they were able to kidnap her. They kidnapped her and took her to his Grand Vale apartment in a city in Hong Kong. So when they took her to that apartment, there was no kind of violent torture that did not torture this girl. They subjected her to different kinds of torture. She was tied up. She was tied up. She was used as a punching bag. She was kicked repeatedly. They boiled hot plastic, and poured it all over her body. She was beaten mercilessly. And this thing happened, not as if that they beat her one day and just released her to go her way. No. They didn't do that. They continued beating her for 30 days, for a month. They locked her in and kept beating her for 1 month. They tortured her for 1 month for 10,000 Hong Kong dollars. That is $1,200. No matter the amount it is, does he what demeaning a human being like that? They beat this girl to the extent she was an inch to her life, as in they almost unalived her. And on the first beating, but they didn't leave her after that first beating. They continued doing that for a whole month. This is spanned from March 1999 to April 1999. So they were beating her, and the girl, the 14 years old girl, was there laughing, looking on, and they said the thing was amusing her. In the documents that I researched before making this video, they said that the thing was amusing, and sometimes he even encouraged them to beat her more. So they continued beating her and beating her and beating her. They give her little or no food. They make sure and she was drink. They were giving her their urine. They were feeding Famanyi their urine. Nothing they didn't do to her. So after passing through this torture for consecutive 1 month, she could not survive it. Of course, she could not survive it. She's a human being. She died. She was unalived. So a day in April, they woke up and found out that because that Famanyi has been unalived, that Famanyi is dead. So what did they do? Instead of calling the police to report this, they report themselves. They did not do that. They didn't do that. What they did was they continued her to their bathtub, and when they took her to their bathtub, they dismembered her. They dismembered Famanyi and boiled her remains. They boiled her remains, stripped her flesh from her bones, and then disposed of her. Then what they now peeled off her flesh from her skull and placed the skull inside a Hello Kitty doll. This doll was well known in Hong Kong at that time. So they had it in their apartment. So they tore it open and stuffed her head inside her skull inside the Hello Kitty doll, plus her internal organs and some of her teeth inside that head, and sew it up and left it. Then cleaned the house the way however they can do it, and then just left it and forgot about her, as if she's not a human being, as if she's not come from any place, as if she just fell from the sky. She's not somebody's daughter. She doesn't have anybody on this earth. So this mother would not have been known if not for a 14-year-old girl. So the next month, which is the May of 1999, the 14-year-old girl grew a conscience, and her conscience started bothering her. So she could not sleep. She was having nightmares. So she woke up one day after having nightmares for like maybe a month. She now went to the police and told them that, and confessed the mother to them. At first they couldn't believe her, because how would a 14-year-old girl know all these things about something so gruesome like this? But after describing it and telling them everything, so they decided to follow her. They followed her to the apartment, and after investigating the place, they found out that place is a crime scene, and they saw the skull and all the evidence that was inside the Hello Kitty doll, and they just picked Chairman Luke and his friends up, because the girl told the police that they were the culprits. So they picked them up and took them to the police station, and from there the case was charged. It was tried in court. So during the trial, because since there was no body, the body, the Famanyi's body was they've already disposed her, and there was no way for them to ascertain if this murder was premeditated. So they didn't know where to place this particular murder. So they said, okay, they instead of charging them with first degree murder, they charged it as a manslaughter. So, and gave them the highest punishment that comes with that manslaughter charge. So they were charged. They were sentenced to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole after 20 years. So they were sentenced to prison. But the girl, because she was the one that brought this crime to light, because she was the one that actually gave testament in the court about this crime, she was pardoned, and her name was not listed on this crime. She was not given any form of punishment. Nobody even knows her. Her name was not, in all the documents that I researched on this case, her name was not mentioned once. So that was what happened to Famanyi in 1999. This Hello Kitty murder, it shocked the whole of Hong Kong. People were so devastated. People were shocked that this thing was happening under their nose, and nobody knew that such things were happening. and it shone more light on on drug abuse and the cruelty that can come with gang violence in Hong Kong then. So we've talked about this case. Though, so my question is, if Famai had gotten any form of help when she was passing through all the things that she passed through growing up, and when she was a teenager, would she have ended up this way? Will her case had been different? Would she have gone on to do other things in life? Would she have died that early at 23 years old? Or would she still end up the way end up in this case? So please let me hear your thoughts and your thoughts on the comment section, please. And please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And we'll be coming up. We'll be bringing more crime stories your way, hopefully. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful week. Stay safe. Thanks. Please subscribe. Bye.